Hello and welcome to VChess. My name is Naiditsch, I am a chess grandmaster and we continue with our educational streams. I will be playing 10-minute games. I will be talking about openings, middle games, endings. We have it all on our channel here. So let's go with our first game. Let's see how the game is going to be. Yesterday we had a very interesting stream in my understanding because we looked at the top games from the top events. So we had the focus on a very interesting Queen Endgame between Pragnananda, the young Indian superstar, and Maxim Vachier-Lagrave. So this was a very interesting thing, and as well I think very educational because the game was really interesting and well played by both. Alright, now let's go to this very weird opening, I think, by my opponent. Maybe it's not so bad, but it is very strange. Maybe let's go with the move bishop b4. Let's see what happens. Today, first to say hello to us is small guest. Welcome, B number 2. And Roshan is number 3. Heidi also here with us. Akshay, welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. Yesterday I've been streaming. Just yesterday it was not vertical but horizontal, so you should push the bell, then you see when I'm going live. Alright, what do we have here? d5 is looking normal. I think this position should be quite well for black in my opinion, because why should we not be doing well here? This bishop d2 answer, also very strange. I don't know what is the idea of that. Looks suspicious. I can just simply take on e4 and no idea what is our opponent's idea. So I can also go d4. Looks very good. This is strange play by our friend here, because hard to understand why this should be good for white. It looks so dangerous, losing a tempo, so I think we can just simply take. Or to do short castle also is looking like a great decision, because why not to do the short castle? Okay, we can. Let's go with the short castle. We could have taken, we could have played d4. Everything was looking nice, but why not just the short castle? So, let's see. Why did white move back the bishop? No idea. This is so weird. This is really strange to go back with the bishop. It makes, to my understanding, not much sense. So, I don't know. Now we can just simply win the pawn on e4 by taking. This would be a pawn up position. We have also the move d4 because the knight has to go on b1, not a nice square. Then we go like knight g4, knight on e3. Also, this is looking very powerful for black, but to take the pawn also looks like a good decision. Or first to take and then to take on e4. So pawn up or a strong attack. Let's go with a strong attack because we want to have some fun here. So we will be attacking our guy here by playing the move knight on g4. Just we need to think there might be something like c3. We have to be a little bit cautious. We have the move bishop on c5 coming next. It looks like a great position for black, so let's go with the move knight on g4. We're aiming to get the knight on e3. In case we get the knight on e3, this is just a game over. So short castle, he doesn't care about all our ideas. Well, what can I say? If our opponent does not care, we should be doing well. Now we have to think, maybe even to keep the bishop on the board is not so bad, or to play a move like a5, so useful to put the pawn on a5, so maybe let's go with the move a5. It is just very useful. I don't think it is the most powerful play. Maybe f5 is looking more direct, because it feels like we should be doing here so good. Maybe f5. Should we try to crush our opponent instantly, or should we do it step by step? Because this a5 is a good positional play, but f5 is looking like so aggressive. Maybe f5. Let's go. Let's give him no break here in the defense. So f5. we are pushing because the knight on b1 is not yet in the game, so we should get good chances for the attack. The guy is playing ultra fast, and of course this play is not a good play for white. This is obvious. All right. Yeah, title players are almost never playing rapid because, yeah, the chance that somebody's playing not very fair is just so high. It's way over 50%. That's why you don't have title players playing the rapid. Very, very simple, I think. Now let's go the move bishop f5, I guess, because why not? Bishop takes f5 is looking good. To my understanding, why not to play the move bishop f5? We are getting our pieces in the game. We have this queen on d6 idea, c3. I wanted to go bishop on c5, and I see no reason not to do that, so I think also bishop d6 is looking very good. So to go here, we target the pawn on h2. I think position of white is going to fall apart, just we have to play the right moves here. Bishop d6. I don't know what happens after bishop d6. Also, I don't know what happens after the move bishop on c5 because the diagonal is open. Also, we can just take. He takes. We go bishop on c5. He plays d4. We're gonna sacrifice a piece here. Is it not just a straightforward win for black? It looks like a direct win, by the way. So let us recalculate. Take. We give a check. There is only the move d4. We play knight takes d4. Is it not just a game over? It would be a beautiful game over, by the way, but we have to be sure that we're calculating correctly. I think we are correct in this calculation. At least I don't see a defense. There might be something, but is it not just a win? Maybe it's not a win, but it's so close to a win, so... It is so close to be winning the position there. But it is not an immediate win because he has some plays there, so... I don't know. Bishop on c5, bishop on d6. Also, this is looking like a game over. I think bishop on d6 just simpler. Just simpler because, yes, this could have been a good idea, but I'm not 100% sure that this is a win. This d4 line, take, bishop take, knight takes, queen takes. And then we go king on h1. In case I take the rook, there is this queen on b3 check. And then bishop c3, he's catching my queen on a1, so I was like not 100% sure that actually I am winning. That's why we play this calm bishop on d6, because the position is just much better here for black. We get the knight on e3, he has to take the knight, and this is looking almost like a game over, and we don't need to sacrifice anything here. Next, we should somehow get the queen on g3. In case we get the queen on g3, this is just a checkmate, so also this is looking very good to get the bishop on f2, because what happens next? So we have also this knight on e7, but I think bishop here is looking good. Or should we go for the direct checkmate there somehow? Maybe also direct checkmate is not looking bad. The knight is so far away from the game. So we have the choice of the nice options. Maybe let's go for the direct checkmate. Plus we are developing the queen, so usually developing moves are always good to play. We have the bishop takes h3 coming somewhere. Let's see, of course, what happens next, but we are doing extremely good here. We have the option of bishop g3, bishop on f2. Also, this position is just much better for black. So rook is getting on e8 in theory. Our guy is playing super quick, but I don't know if this is a good play. So what do we have in the chat? In case you're enjoying the stream so far, push the like button to get the YouTube algorithm going a little bit, and as a small gesture for this educational chess content. So what can we do? Bishop takes a3. Looks like just a direct winning threat. Bishop on d3. He does not care about it. Why he doesn't care about it? Well, this is strange. This is so strange to play this bishop on d3 as well. I can go just this rook on e8. Yeah, why not? Rook on e8. We have the e2 threat. Wow. To hold this position with the white pieces seems to be, I think, not possible, because how to do that? He takes. I will be, I think, taking with the queen. Queen is getting to f4. There is e2 coming next. Oof, what a position. What a position here by our opponent. It feels incredibly unpleasant, everything. So I think we can go queen on f4. Let's try to play queen on g3, and this is a checkmate. So maybe we're lucky enough to give a direct checkmate to the guy here, but he plays really strangely. What is the defense here? I don't know. Rook takes f3 is coming next. So what could be the defense for white in this position? Is there a defense? Or is it just a game over? It feels like a game over, but who knows? Chess is such a complex game. Sometimes things are very, very unpredictable, so... Rook takes f3. This is a move that we will be playing next. Is there a defense against rook takes f3? You see that we have a beautiful queen here on g3. The bishop is supporting it, so this is, of course, very, very good. In case of, I don't know, something like knight c4, we have the rook takes f3 idea, and it is a game over, so this is not working for white. What could be working for white here? I don't know. I really don't know. It looks like a lost position because there is no defense against rook takes f3, but let's see. Sometimes in chess it's quite unpredictable because sometimes there's a defense that you would never expect, so you never know till it is really over. But it looks like it is almost a game over, and also our opponent is thinking now for so much, so it is a good sign when a very, very quick player starts to think for a long time. Let's see what happens in case of king h1. We have rook takes, pawn takes, we take here on h3, king goes back, and we bring the next rook. It is looking like a checkmate. So how to defend from rook takes f3? Very direct, very easy threat, but so hard to defend, because in case the queen moves somewhere, we have the option of playing the move e2, so it is not getting better. Is there a defense? Our opponent is taking all his time to search for the defense. Just it is also difficult to find. I see I Play Chess Live here with us in the chat. Welcome, I Play Chess Live. And now that we see I Play Chess Live, we can use a B button. Look at this. Boom. I Play Chess Live introduced us this trick with a B. We would like to do the B button push against the king on g1. Queen on c4 check. Why is it a defense? So I go away. And knight on b5. But how is it a defense? I don't understand. We have the move e2. Is it not just a win in one move? Or do I miss something? I don't know. We can also take here on, but this is just a win, or am I mistaken? e2, what happens now? In case he goes rook on f2, we have the e1. In case he moves the rook, we will be simply taking here on f3 and piece more, no? Little bit confusing play by our guy. Yeah, he just resigns, and okay, rematch. Let's accept a rematch because yeah, it was fair to resign and lost position. So very confusing game. Our opponent played so quickly and got very fast into a dangerous position and then just resigned. Alright, let's go. Knight on f3, d6. Wow, a little bit passive, I would say. Okay, knight f3. Now we get this kind of King's Indian positions. d4, h6. Why h6? Hard to say. How is this move making sense and where is this move making sense? So I think I will be just playing this calm system with the move g3. We have the move g5. Wow. Looks suspicious. So bishop on g2, and I think I should just do the short castle because I'm not afraid of the attack. He plays knight f8 and look at the speed again. He's playing so quickly, but I don't know. This is looking terrible for black in my opinion because we should be just doing much better already. And we should do something in the center because all his pieces are now on the king side. So maybe it's a funny idea to play, but I don't think that's a great idea. So how can we punish the guy for this kind of setup? We have the idea of c5 somewhere. We have the idea of e4, then to play the move e5, so plays central. Usually central is the right way of playing these positions with the white pieces. Just he would like to play the g4 somewhere. Alright, how can we punish here our guy? Also interesting to play this b4, b5, because there is no good answer for black to this b4 and b5. Many options. We should now also consider the move h4, which is not bad at all, because what is the reaction after h4? How to play for black? To play the move g4, but this is clearly better for white. So, is he going to try to checkmate us? Perhaps, but doesn't look like a checkmate. So, we have to play a move. What could be our move here? I think b4 is looking so nice. I don't know, I like the move b4, but it is not like pushing our opponent on the limit. So h4 is looking objectively to be, I think, a great play. This checkmate here with the bishop on g2 is not very realistic. Okay, let's go with the move h4. Let's go with the move h4. I just would like to see what is the answer. The answer is the move g4. So now there is no play here for black, and next he will be putting the knight on f6, but I think this is a good position for white. I don't think black should play like this, so we just go back. The g4 pawn will be somewhere under attack. h5. Wow, what is he doing? I think it is not looking good. So the knight on g6, maybe knight on f6. I will have the e5 play there. Okay, let's go with the move e4. Why not? Why not just to advance here? We have the center. We had to take a little bit of time to find the right approach here with the white pieces, but alright. Now I think we are pushing here. He wants to take the pawn on d4, but this is not dangerous because having all the pieces here on the 8s, this is usually ending up with a checkmate. Of course, I have to pay attention, but I can also go knight on a4 to give him nothing. We can do both. I don't know, maybe it's just why to give him anything in this position, so we can go with the move knight on a4. I just keep the center. Of course, I could have gone somewhere else, and it would be also perfectly fine for white, but queen on b4. He would like to take the pawn on c4. We can defend it by playing the move, let's say, rook on c1. Also b3 is good, but rook c1 is looking even better, because why not? Maybe he wants to play something like b5, but this is insane. The position is gonna fall apart. Let's go with the move rook on c1, defending the pawn on c4. He continues playing a blitz game against us. This is usually a very bad idea. Now d5 is going to be played in the right moment. Is it now the moment to play the move d5? Maybe. Also, I think... Oh, we are winning. We have a winning continuation here. I am pushing the F. I didn't see that immediately, but boom. We have a winning continuation. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds time here. We have a move after which the guy is going to resign instantly. So white to play, white is winning in one move. Let me know in the chat what is the next move here by white. I gave you 20 seconds more to win the game. We have a winning continuation, after which it is just a game over. Yeah, he's playing like a bullet chess against us. Yeah, this is amazing. This is not a good plan in case you're playing a rapid game, and we just should stay calm. It is enough to win the game, and we are winning with the next move. So very good for those of you who found it. It is the move bishop on d2, and I didn't see that immediately, but then I saw it, and the queen is trapped on b4. So he has trapped his own queen on b4 by playing this kind of bullet chess. Wow, this is looking like a game over. I think he's gonna resign now because there is no reason to play with a queen down. Queen is down here. Wow, playing bullet chess against us, and now queen is trapped. This is what is happening when you are playing too quick. In a rapid game, we should take our time. We should not be too fast, and especially not in the first moves of the game, because in case you get a bad position, there is no comeback from that. Our opponent played very quickly. He played a strange idea. We took our time. We decided to play the safe game. We decided to be strong in the center, and now we are just winning the queen of our opponent. Our opponent is taking his time now. I don't know about what, because it would be better to spend your time in the beginning of the game, not now, because now the queen is getting lost. I think he's just gonna resign, but I don't know why is he thinking now, because the queen has no play, no moves. So yeah, he just resigns. He wants a rematch. Okay, we give him one more rematch, because why not? But of course, it would be better for our guy to play not a bullet game, but to be more solid. Oh, d3. He plays this kind of sidelines all the time. I'm not a big fan of all of these sidelines, because you're getting quite a nasty position from the beginning. Also, this position is, yeah, I mean, it might be playable for white, but it all looks so weird. The knights to put like that, I don't know. Let's go knight on f6. So very central play once again. I think the right approach is central play against players who are trying to be very strange in the beginning of the game. So we play central. We should get a nice position. Now we have the d4 line or de. Both is looking good, because de would take on d1. I think this position is at least equal for black, but maybe even more than equal. We have the silent play, bishop e7, of course. Maybe let's go bishop e7, alright. Let's develop the pieces. There is no rush for nothing. g4, wow. What is that? What is the move g4? I think we're gonna take now, of course, on e4. He takes automatically with a knight takes e4. He's continuing playing a bullet game against us. Well, what can I say to that? We can take and have a good position in this endgame. We can also go knight on d5 and have a good position in not an endgame. What should we do here? Endgame, which is a pleasant endgame for black, but it is more or less equal, or just put the knight here on d5, which is a great knight. So I think also h5, by the way, is looking very powerful, because how to hold the h-file? Also, this is a big question, but why not to go knight on d5? I don't know. Knight on d5 is the most logical, I think. So let's go knight on d5. The pawn here on f2 might get under attack by queen c7. We have the bishop on h4 check. The king is gonna be, I don't know, f1 or where he wants to put his king. So, bishop on g2 plate. We have the move queen on c7, attacking the pawn on f4. Is there a good defense of the pawn? Maybe it's already quite unpleasant for white here. So we have, of course, the option of bishop on h4 check, but I think there is no need for that. Also, we have the option of playing the move f5, which is also looking good, but why not just to play the move queen on c7? Such a nice attack. against the f4 pawn. He does a short castle. I think in case we take, maybe even take is working, because take knight g5 we have the check. He continues playing the bullet game. If this is the right strategy, it seems like he is not really learning from the last 2 games. He just continues the same style. I think I can just take the pawn, because I don't know why we should not take the pawn. So we are winning the pawn on f4, knight on g5. Instantly played by our opponent. Question is, in case I take the bishop, what happens after? He wants to take on f7, but we have the rook f8 idea. Also, I don't know what happens in case we go with the move e5. Because in case he takes, of course, this position is just much better for black. Like, much better for black. So, should we take the bishop, which is a win? Or should we play the move e5, which is also looking like a winning position? I don't know what's better, because both is looking like a game over for our guy. I think he wants to sacrifice on f7, but this is never working. I have the move h6, for example, so hard to say. Hard to say what is better, take on g2 or plays a move e5. I think let's take. Let's take, because I don't see tricks for white. Maybe I'm wrong, there is something, but I don't see it, so I'm just taking the bishop on g2. And of course, let's see what happens next. We have Alexander also here with us. Welcome, Alexander. Alexander very often is joining us lately. Bean also there, of course. Pre-move, yeah. He plays a pre-move against us. Rook takes f7. He is sacrificing the piece. I would like to play the move h6, because the knight cannot be moved. We take the rook. Is it a winning strategy? I think this is looking like a winning strategy. There is, I see nothing that white is capable of doing, so I believe it is a winning move. So let me play it, because I literally don't see nothing. There is also knight on h4, which is good. Bishop f4, we have the move e5, so also this is not dangerous, but why not to play the move h6? We're attacking the knight. What could be the idea of our opponent? Let's double check, because it's always important to double check. We are not in a rush, we have a lot of time. We need to find a couple of good defensive moves, and this is going to be just over. So I think, yeah, let's go h6, because we are taking the knight next on g5, and how can this attack be dangerous? I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine this attack to be dangerous in this position. So he takes, we will be just taking on g5, I think. Piece up for black. Of course, there's a little bit of counterplay here, but we have the idea of the long castle, so we can always do that. We can play the move, for example, queen on d6 now, because there is this check on d5. We can also put the queen somewhere else. Maybe knight on e5. Ooh, nice check on c6. Look at that. Look at the check on c6. This is a monster check, so knight on e5 is looking good. The same happens after knight on d4. So this also just looks like a completely winning game position. Or queen on e5, maybe even better. We're attacking the knight. So there's bishop on g5 like a threat. Is there something white can do here after queen on e5? Or maybe it is immediately over. It might be just a game over. There's only knight on f3, then we play queen on d5, and he resigns. So I think we go with the move. Or he does not resign. There is some kind of c4 play. So queen e5, knight on f3, not immediate resignation. This is pity. Okay, let's switch the strategy to the move knight on e5. Never bad to have the knight on e5, and we have this queen on c6 option. He takes on g7. Next we should bring the bishop out, or we should give a check with the queen. We have so many winning options here. This is crazy. It feels also I should be able to catch the rook on g7. I think I am, so let me give the check on c6. Check. Where is the king going now from g2? He plays the move knight on e4, but I think we're gonna catch the rook now on g7 by playing bishop on f6. Is it not immediately over? Bishop f6, he's gonna give us the rook with the move rook on c7, but this is over. as well. We might even find a more tricky way of giving the rook, but do we need a more tricky way? I think it is enough not to just be completely winning. Looks like a completely winning position. I don't know. I go with the move bishop on f6. The rook now is under attack. I think this is like the only way to play, because we're gonna take, and then there is knight on f6, but we are rook up. I think to give a checkmate in this position is not very realistic for white, so it should be just a winning position now for black. Also, the white king is pretty exposed. Rook on g5. Wow. Our guy here is going to give us a little bit more material, so let's take. Why not? And how can we finish the game? I think we can finish the game with a nice move here. Look at the next move by black. It is not a must, but it is quite funny to play it. I think we have the short castle. Is it a must play? Of course not, but it is funny to play the move short castle, even though it's not a must play or have to play, but this is funny. So we are castling. We are castling. It was by far not a must play. I would like to mention it once again, because we had many different options here to win the game, but to castle is cool, no? So all we need to do next is to get our pieces into the game, and I guess our opponent is just going to resign, because to fight with a rook down, it is not possible. Bishop is getting into the game. Next we're gonna bring the rook here from a8 into the game, and yeah, it should be over. He is aiming for something that I don't see for what. How can we change here the knight? I don't know, but we can go with the move rook on f3. I think is looking not bad at all to put the rook here on f3. We are attacking the queen. Next we have this rook f8, and yeah, that's it. That's it. He goes for the endgame. Okay. Endgame is welcome when we have so much material more. Here's a little pin to our guy on g2. This endgame is, of course, very, very welcome. Next, we're gonna bring the last piece into the game. It is a rook from a8. We have a full rook up position. Our opponent played once again very, very quickly, but it is, yeah, it is usually ending up in something like this, that after a very fast play, you're just resigning. We bring the last piece. There is no rush to do something quickly, because why? Next, we will be able, I think, to win something, but again, there is no rush in decisions. We can play a very, very calm game. The rooks are doing well here, and rook on c1. Okay, let's take. Let's give a check. And this is looking like a checkmate to me, or it's not a checkmate. I think it is checkmate, so we give a check here. And this is looking like over. Let's think a little bit more, because this is also a game over, but why not just to play this rook on h2? The pawn on h3 is falling, and he keeps on fighting in this position. We give a checkmate by taking. Knight here, and checkmate with a rook on h6. Okay, quite a nice checkmate. He wants one more. Okay, the last game against the same opponent, because it will be too much to play him, too many games, but we play one more. So it is a Scandinavian d4, one of the main lines of the Scandinavian. Bishop on c4, everything is normal. f3. This is still theory. Bishop on f5. I think the g4 play was the right play, but I don't remember exactly. And we have here this kind of f4 idea somewhere. Where is the move f4? I think somewhere the move f4 was so powerful, I just do not remember exactly where to play the move f4. We have also this easy bishop on d2, which is looking good. We have the move h4, which is also looking good. To put the bishop here, I don't think it is such a great idea. Maybe let's go with the move h4, because we would like to play the move h5 next. And to catch the bishop, he plays the move h5, we play the move g5, of course. And now the knight is getting here to f4, and I believe it's going to be so dangerous for black. So we would like to get the knight on f4. He is continuing playing this bullet chess against us. Of course, that's his right to do that, but I think it's not a great idea. Maybe just first to play bishop on d2 is not a bad idea, because maybe we can catch his queen once again. He's not afraid of losing the queen, he's not afraid of anything, he is just banging the moves. So we have the move a knight on d5. Let's think together, how can we catch the black queen? Can we trap it? Is it a way to trap the black queen here? We have the knight on d5. The queen is going to a4. In case we go b3, he goes here on a3 and he would like to return. So this is not trapping the black queen. How can we trap it? We have this knight on b5 idea. Not bad at all, because the queen has to go to b6. Then we play the move a4, a5. Oof, this is also so unpleasant for black. But it feels like maybe we have a chance to win the black queen. I just cannot find how to do that. Is there a way to trap the queen? Because it would be immediately game over, obviously. So, how can we do that? Can we play the move b4? He's gonna take with the queen again. This is not like immediately winning, this is pity, because we would like to win instantly in this position. I think knight on b5. I will be playing knight on b5. I'm not sure that this is the best. I feel like we should be able to trap the queen. I just don't know how to do that. In case we do some slow play, then there is queen on f5 and the game continues. So let's go with the move knight on b5. Is not looking bad, because there is just queen on b6. He plays it. And we play the move a4 next. This was my idea, because we would like to play a5, so a5 has to be played. Yeah, there is nothing else except the move a5. Now we have this monster knight on b5, so of course we are doing much better. We have the option also of knight on f4. We target the bishop. We would like to play knight on d5. This is also terrible position, I think, for black. But we have the king here on e1, so potentially he has some counterplay. It's not like he has zero play, but I think knight on f4 is looking good. Knight takes d4, we have the move knight on d5. How is this position? I don't know if we should play it. We can also go with the move d5 next. And then knight on e5. This looks also terrible for black. But it is not like an immediate win. This is the thing that... Yes, we are doing much better, but it feels like we should be just winning. We have this option of bishop on e3, queen on d2, just take there, but again, it's not like completely winning. This is a thing that, yes, we are doing much better, but we should be winning here. Much better feels like nothing in this position, because, yeah, it seems to be a winning one. We can also go with a c3 play, yeah, very calm and maybe very strong actually, because e5 is the only way to play. We get the move d5 next, and it feels also much better. Yeah, we have to make a choice. We have to make a choice in this position. Also, I see a very nice idea of this bishop b3 play. It feels calm, but it is actually quite strong. But we can be sure that his next play is the move e5, and we have to do something against the move e5. Let's go with the move c3. I think it is quite a decent play, because we would like to make him being unavailable of playing anything. So my idea was to play the move d5 now. Where is the knight going from? Knight is going to e7, but there are no more threats. So all we need to do is to get our bishop here on e3, and that's it. So how can we do that? Maybe also to play b5 is looking now very interesting. He has no good moves left except knight on f5. Knight on f5 is a possibility, so maybe we should get out with our knight on g3 first. And then we see what we are going to play next. Also possible, yeah. This is also possible. So, b4, not to let knight on c5. He will be playing knight on f5. We can simply take. Also very, very good position. So many ways. This is crazy when you have like so many different options of getting just a much better play. You start to hesitate because yeah, everything is looking good. I like this knight on g3. I don't know, we should I think develop a little bit our pieces. So knight on g3 is looking well because next this and it is a game over. Let's see what happens next, because the guy is just crazy and he's so quick. He's playing so fast. I mean, this is insane, the speed with which he does the moves. Knight on c5, yes, I've been anticipating that. I thought that I have bishop on e3 and that's it, but let's see, bishop on e3 or a queen on e2. He takes, I don't know, bishop e3 was my plan, so I think we should execute the plan. Here we have the pin, here we have the move b4. He has just one move time to do something. In case he finds nothing now, we are just winning with the white pieces. So he has to be quick in finding some idea to fight on in this position. Somehow I feel I did something wrong in this game. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a great game because I think we could have been way better than the current standing. Still, it looks, I think, winning for white, but maybe not so clear, Let's see, of course, what is going to happen next. I did for sure something wrong here. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a great game. Maybe our opponent is having a solution here to be alright with black. He gives a check. We have king on e2 and we have queen takes d3, bishop takes, take. We take on c7 or a5. How is the position there? Is it so easy? Maybe not so easy, but I have the king on e2 play, because check, I go king on f2. Is it not just a winning move here? King on e2. I think it just wins, but let's go with the move king on e2 because I don't see a defense. He gives me a check, yeah, but I'm going back to f2, and what is happening next? We just trapped his queen. Finally, he gives knight on d3 check, but this is not serious because we can just take the knight. I don't know. He's blitzing out the moves, but now he is just blundering the piece. All right, way too quick. So that's it. We played 4 games so far. You see that the strategy of playing so quick is usually not working. Even you are putting some pressure on your opponent, but this pressure is not good enough. Next game, we have e4, e5. Let's go with a Spanish opening. We have the Italian game, bishop on c5. Very normal. Very usual. c3 line, also very usual. d4, we are taking on d4. b4, rare line. Very rare line by our opponent. Bishop e6, I think, was the move to play, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. And these positions, I think, are good for black, but they're like a little bit tricky, so I think d5 is the move to play in this position. Let's see. Take. Queen on e2. We have the bishop e6. This is, I think, all theory. This is some kind of tricky line that is just a bad line for white, but it is like very tricky. You see that there is something like b5 happening now. The knight has no moves to go, but I think we can just sacrifice a piece, and even this might be perfectly fine for black. But of course, we should be very cautious here. This kind of crazy lines sometimes are dangerous. Let's go with the move, I think. d3 or no d3, because he wants to take queen e4. Then he wants to grab here the pawn on h7. Yeah, this is a trick. This is his trick. After d3 to play queen on e4, I go away, he will be taking and taking the pawn on h7. I think in this position we are even able just to take and play the short castle, or maybe do the short castle immediately, then to get rook e8. I think we will have enough counterplay for the piece down, but why not to keep the piece? So we have this knight on a5. What is the idea of white here? Not sure. Let's go with the move knight a5, because... Or should we go with the short castle? Not sure, not sure. What should we do in this position? Very, very tricky opening by our opponent. What happens after knight a5? I don't know. Let me play knight on a5, because I don't see what happens. I understand he wants to take, we'll be playing rook on g8. And now it's crucial. If you have nothing with white, it is just a very, very bad position for white. Probably there is a trick, because otherwise he would not be going for the current position, but let's see what is the trick here. I am just curious, what is the idea of white? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. What do you think could be the idea? And we have Istuch also here with us. Welcome, welcome. So, we have Avocado also here with us. Sorry, I've been focused on the last game. I've been not reading so much the comments. So yeah, welcome everyone here. How is your Saturday so far? I hope you're having a great Saturday, and it's getting even a little bit more interesting by the game that we like so much, the game of chess. He takes on d4, but I don't know if this is so convenient, because I think we can just take on g7 now. We're attacking the pawn here on g2. For me, it's hard to understand why white should be doing better in this position. It's like, I understand there is some play, I understand it's not so easy, but that this is better for white, I don't understand that. Pawn on g2 is going to fall. We will have the idea of long castle, of course, we're gonna play it. We can do that by playing queen on d7 or queen on d5, depends what our opponent is going to play next. So yeah, knight on a5, a little bit out of the game. Of course, the knight is not doing so great, but I think we should have a good game here. Also, we might play king on f8 in case we need it. Bishop on b2. Idea is to play the move d5 and, of course, to win the rook on g7. But how can this be something good for white? I don't understand it. Maybe he wants to go knight on c3 followed by the long castle idea. Maybe this could be his idea. So for sure we have to move the rook, but why not just to take the pawn? There is knight on c3 coming next, and we should put our king into safety. So where is the safety? Or can we be greedy, taking more pawns? Many options once again. Once again, we have so many options how to proceed in this position with the black pieces. Also, I see an interesting option to play just this calm rook on g6 and king on f8. Or rook on g6 and then eventually queen e7 with a long castle next, yeah. This is also not looking bad at all. I think it's interesting. It is an interesting play. So, what should we do here? Let's not rush the things, because it is quite an important position. In case I think we take a good decision, we will be doing very, very well. This is a greedy decision. I'm not 100% sure that this is the best way to play this position with black. We have rook on g4, interesting decision. So, or rook on g6, very conservative play, but I don't think it is a bad play, so... Hard to say, hard to say. What a complex position out of opening. We have also this king on f8. Very normal. I'm not afraid of the move d5 because this exchange... Yeah, but black will have, I think, quite decent play there. So we can also sacrifice the rook on g7. Actually, as more I'm checking that, as more I like it, I think we can go king f8. Let me try king f8. It looks so interesting to give the exchange, because I think he has to take the exchange. There is nothing else that white is capable of doing, so we'll see the move d5. But after d5, because in case we don't go king f8, there is knight on c3 and long castle. So he's gonna have this active play. Now after the move d5, his king is gonna be only one, so we reverse the position in the sense that we've been defending prior to that, and now we will be attacking. What is the evaluation of this position? I don't know, because we have this very, very bad knight on a5. In case we get the knight into the game, of course, black is having a beautiful play. But if the knight is getting stuck there, this is a little bit problematic. So we have one weakness, it is the knight. We have the bishop pair, which is important. And let's see if he's going for winning the g7 rook. In case he does, we will be the one that is pushing here. So everything has pluses and minuses, so the usual thing, like in life, we cannot have it all. So we are making our choice of preferably sacrificing the exchange and then to push, to get aggressive. I see also Erebor in the chat. Welcome, Erebor. Knight on d2. This looks very passive. I don't like this move, knight on d2. It looks way too passive. He still sacrifices the pawn on g2, but now we can occupy the square on d5 with a bishop or with a queen. Both is looking very, very good. We have also the move bishop f5. Getting the bishop on d3 looks also so powerful, but I believe queen on d5. He wants to go knight e4 and then the sneaky check and checkmate me on f6. Yeah, that's a nice trick. That's a nice trick by the guy, but we have a lot of ways of avoiding that. So bishop on d5, maybe more better than the move queen on d5, even though I think both is looking very good. Let's go bishop on d5. Feels safe. I don't think white is capable of doing anything in this position. Bishop on d5, such a beautiful bishop. In case we see long castle, the white king also gonna be in a bad shape there. On c1, so we will get good game, I think, with the black pieces. Next, we should get the rook here from a8 to e8, and that's it. If we get the rook, we will be doing much better with the black pieces. This knight on d2, of course, it is a developing move, but it feels a little bit too slow. In positions that are so dynamic, to waste time sometimes is just costing you the game. So I would definitely put the knight on c3 or to go d5 and take the rook. So he had two options, in my opinion. This option of knight on d2, not the best one. Also, the endgames are looking so good for black. So in case we get an endgame, black is just better. Bad knight, but we can activate the knight by playing the move a6, for example. So the knight is gonna get back into the game slowly, slowly. The knight is gonna be alright. So a very, very tricky opening by our guy, but step by step, I think we are succeeding to get out with our pieces. And of course, once we're done, we will be doing better. Don't forget about the move a6. Quite interesting, because we want to eat the pawn on b5, and then the knight on a5 suddenly is going to be actually a great piece. So this also should be considered. What could be the idea of white in this position? I think white has to push, but how to push? You have the king on e1, so long castle is sort of a must play, because otherwise it makes just no sense. After long castle, we have, for example, queen on d6, so we block this bishop a3 play. And we also have a nice idea somewhere to play the move c3 just to sacrifice. We also have the idea of playing queen e8. Let's go for the endgame. So we have the choice. I think endgame is looking really good for black. I don't know, maybe I should go for the endgame in case of long castle, because this endgame, short castle, wow. He's castling into this rook takes g2, but this is insane. This is crazy to castle into checkmate. This is not a good idea. I mean, it cannot be a good idea. Just impossible that this is a good play. Yeah, we have this rook takes g2 all the time now on the board. So this is so dangerous. Alright, let's see what we can do next. I think queen on d7 is looking fine. Attacking the pawn, we get this queen on h3 somewhere. The knight is doing, yeah, not so great, but the knight is gonna return. Let's play the move queen on d7, I think. Why not? The queen is getting here to g4. Also, it's quite good to play something like the move f6 to cut the knights. So the knights are going to be passive after the move f6. No jumps, no nothing. On the other hand, yeah, why not just to collect some pawns here. Rook on e1. He's hoping to deliver me a checkmate with bishop h3. It's still not a checkmate, so we of course can take the pawn, but maybe it is more safe to play something like f6 because we cut all the play that white theoretically might have. Is it the safest way to play? Maybe also to move the rook here. Here is looking very good. So I don't know. I don't know if this is the safest way to win the game. We're so good here, I think. Maybe also I should have gone for the endgame immediately, by the way. But okay, not a big deal. So let's think, how can we get a clearly better position here? Take the pawn somewhere should be good, but we have the check, so take, check, we go away to g8. He will be playing something like knight on e4, but we can take the knight on e4. It is a good position, so, but I like the move f6. I don't know, I prefer plays like f6. It feels to me that we are completely covering all the play of our opponent and there's no knight on e5 threat. There is no nothing, so it feels just so good to play moves like f6. So safe, very useful for the future. We have the monster bishop on d5. It is a slow play, of course. Yeah, it is not the fastest way to play in this position, but it is looking like a very safe play. And as you know, I like this kind of safe play. I think it's not important to win the game in the fastest way. It's important to give as less chances as possible to your opponent. And this is what I'm trying to do here with the move f6 to cut the knights. Knight on e4. What happens in case I go queen on f5? Is there something that white is capable of doing? I don't know. Also, maybe queen on e6 actually is the best. Because we're gonna change the queens. Change queens is a good idea. Also, queen on g4 is looking very good. Again, many options here for black, but we should start playing quicker because otherwise I will be running out of time. So, how can we start playing quicker here in this position? I think let's start with the move. Let's start with the move queen f5 because it feels good. We have the active queen. Let's see what he's going to play now. The queen might be going to d3 because every endgame I think is just a big advantage here for black. We go into endgame, we change the rook, we play the move a6, and our knight on a5 is getting from a bad knight to a very good knight. So queen on f5 is looking logical to me. The bishop on b2 has this idea of bishop on a3. We should be cautious there. Is something tactical here? I don't see tactics, so I'll be playing queen on d3, of course, endgame. Endgame is a very good endgame for black. Now there's also no more bishop on a3 because we're gonna take the bishop, so I think white is sort of forced to play the endgame, and obviously, yeah, we will be doing just much better with the black pieces. Let's see how the game is going to end. We never know. Chess is a tough game because, again, one mistake and the game might turn. But for the moment, we are doing well in this position after queen on d3. This looks like a great position for black. We should not miss some tactics. The rest is gonna be fine. Knight on h4. Where is he going? I'm not sure. He wants to go to f5. I understand what he wants, but I think it is not so easy. Yeah, this knight on f5 is tricky move. Okay, let's go. We change the queens first because we have to change. Rook on d7 is well positioned because knight f5 is coming anyway, and we're gonna play the move king on f7 in case we need it. Of course, the move a6 is also very crucial, and we would like to change the rook here. So he's not giving us the opportunity of changing the rook. Yeah, this is smart. He is playing now way better than earlier. And rook e7 is coming. Oh, I completely missed this. Rook on e7 next. I think we should play rook on d8. But this was bad to miss this rook on e7. So instead of, I think, being close to winning, now I'm not sure what is actually the position here. Maybe it's actually a bad position for black, because I completely missed this rook on e7. So now let's run. Let's run. I don't have something better. We might get checkmated here. Let's see. That's pity. That's pity, because it was not a bad game. I mean, we did it correctly, and then I just completely miss this opportunity. Now, is it a checkmate or is it not yet a checkmate? I think he had knight on h4. I was afraid of this knight on h4, but now I think we should not get checkmated, because the knights are usually not capable of giving a checkmate by themselves. So rooks are holding. We're gonna sacrifice somewhere something. Rook on e7. Yeah, very tricky guy, but what a tactic by the guy. Fantastic. How does he do that? What a fantastic tactics. Wow. Amazing. Such a beautiful tactic. Oh, I missed the move. I didn't want to play that. I didn't want to play that. I wanted to fight in this position, but now... Oh, he takes. He should have taken the rook, but... Alright, so we have to take. We have to go here. There is nothing else. We are completely lost, but what a tactical way the guy found to crush us with this rook on e7. Now he takes. I don't know if this is the best. So we are gonna eat the pawn here on b5. There are some chances to survive in this position. Of course not. Objectively speaking, 0 chances. We have no chances of survival, but alright, he plays weird. I don't know why he plays like that. Where to go with my knight? He ate all our pawns. Oh, now I gave him the knight, and... Do we have some chance? No, I don't think we have a chance here. He is too quick, but this is pity, because we played a good game. We played a good game, I think. And then this blunder by me, but... He's also too quick, yeah. He is also too quick here. We will be resigning. We have no chance. What to do? Too strong, the guy. What can we do? He is not checkmating us. Why? I don't understand that. Why he is not giving us a checkmate? What is the point in that? Very, very strange. Very, very strange. What is that? What is happening here? He is just not checkmating us on purpose, which is very, very weird. So, I don't know. It looked very, very strange, but let's say we can check. This is the first line of engine or no? What he was doing? I'm just very curious because it doesn't look like a short castle. Let's say it's quite shocking move. I don't think it is, but maybe it is the first line of engine. So he felt bad. He felt that he is gonna be blocked by chess.com, and that's why he doesn't give a checkmate. Otherwise, I cannot explain that. What is the point of not giving a checkmate, having 2 queens on the board? I play chess live. No. But these people, they like nobody. This is sure. But I'm just curious because he played extremely well. I'm just, I don't know. This, no, to find, let's say, idea of take rook e7 is very, very hard. Very, very difficult. I thought knight on h4 is a win, but he played, of course, here fantastic games. This knight h4 is very, very strong. Rook e1 is very precise because in case you go knight f5, there is the move for rook on e8. So he played extremely precise in this position. The question is, of course, if this is the first line of the engine. Maybe it is the first line of the engine, so he just felt bad. He felt bad, but this is strange. Usually people who are playing first line of engines, they never feel bad. They just do it, so I don't know. You can check it for yourself if he played the first line of engine. It might be, we know that, let's say, 2287 guy is usually making a lot of blunders, one-move blunders. In this game, he made 0 one-move blunders. And many moves are just strange. Let's say bishop b2, very strange. Knight on d2, very strange. Short castle, very, very strange. So, for example, if you see that engine is playing first line short castle, then, of course, this is not a human playing, because a human would always go for the long castle. It makes no sense to go to castle into this pin. It's almost impossible. Human would never do something like this. And yeah, then we have this knight on e4, a little bit strange. He's going into all the pins, but knight on g3, okay, this is making sense, of course. And here, knight h4, fantastic play by the guy, so the moves are so good. I think he just felt bad. He was afraid of getting banned, and he didn't made it us, but this is stupid. I mean, just give us a checkmate. Why to be afraid? It makes no sense to be afraid. Why he is afraid of being banned? Just give us a checkmate and that's it. Very, very strange guy, because why he is not giving us a checkmate? Okay, let's go with the next game. So we have opinions in the chat. I think he is just good. Yeah, he is the new Magnus Carlsen, probably, at least. I think Magnus is probably helping him, because to be that good and actually to be so low rated, it means you are a genius. You are a genius, upcoming superstar. Yeah. So, bishop on g2. We have the normal Catalan. Let's go with the move knight on c6. Magnus undercover, at least Magnus undercover, because if we are playing against 2200, 2300, we're getting, I mean, to be outplayed is not possible. So of course, sometimes I'm blundering a piece or similar, and then we are getting crushed. But in case I am not blundering something to be outplayed, it's not possible, because 2-2 in rapid here, it means ELO, like 1900, 1800. This is a simul opponent, so it means if I would play a simul against 20 guys like that, it would be 20-0. There is no way for a guy of 1800, 1900 to win against GM. This is never happening. Like, never, not even once. And in case it happens, usually something strange is going on, but I don't know. He played a strange game, but it was okay. I mean, it was not that strange, but in the end he doesn't give us a checkmate, so I think he felt afraid of getting banned. So this is a big mistake, because in case you start to use engine, I think you should just follow it. Why to be afraid of getting banned? Chess.com is usually not banning anybody. So why to be afraid of that? I play chess saying opponent might be GM, don't like to show title. GM is not having 2223 here. GM is at least 2900, maybe 3000 in Rapid. GMs are not playing Rapid, first of all, and of course GM is not playing this kind of opening, and so on and so on and so on. So there is a specialist that thinks GM against 2-3 is 70% win chance. The win chance is 99.999. It is not 70. I don't know where you take your statistics from. Obviously, you are not a chess player. So this is clear. Queen on d3 going away. I think I played it many years ago, this position against Kramnik. I'm not sure. I think I played it against Vladimir Kramnik and I played, I think, also the move knight on b4. It was a crazy game against Kramnik here. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was a game. Let's see if I'm correct, because I don't remember it precisely. I think he played the move queen on c3, if I remember correctly. Now queen on b3. So this is a typical 2300. You see 2300. He plays the move queen on b3. He does not see that there is bishop a4, followed by the move knight on c2, and black is winning the rook. So this is very normal. This is normal for a guy with 1800, 1900 elo. To blunder bishop a4 and to resign. This is, let's say, something normal. For a guy of 2200, 2300 Rapid on chess.com, not to blunder once per game, it is impossible. I mean, no way. Zero chance. Zero chance. So yeah, this is always the easy indication, because you have to understand, as a professional player, you know a lot of things. You know a lot of things that other people not aware of. And chess is not a game where luck plays a major role, so you cannot be lucky. It's like if you think that you can beat a professional, let's say, boxer in the ring because you are going to gym, your chances are zero. Literally zero. So you can never beat a high-level professional. This is not possible. Let's go with the Scandinavian once again, and this time we have the move c6 being played. Let's go with the move g3. So we play something tricky. We would like to get the bishop to f4 next. Maybe first to play bishop here on g2, and we're getting ready for the move bishop on f4. Bishop g4, yeah, this is normal. Now let's... what should we do here? Let's go knight f3. So this is normal. Just a normal play, very calm play. Now short castle. And we're getting ready for the move bishop f4. So now let's go with the move bishop f4. Finally, we play the move bishop on f4. White is doing slightly better, not much. Now let's collect the bishop. And we will be pushing... Oh, he goes bishop h5. I don't know if this is good. In his case, I would just take the knight. Now the knight is getting to e5, so this is slightly unpleasant for black. To play h5 is never possible. And to take knight e5 usually leads to slightly worse position, so I will be playing the simple move bishop g3, I think. Take. He goes knight on d5, he wants to take. I don't know if we should allow it. This position also is slightly better. Maybe this is an easier play, so let's take. And knight on d5 is coming next, but that's alright. So first we play the move bishop on g3. Let's go away from all the threats. Let's see if we see the move short castle. So it's gonna be a very long game where white is having the bishop pair and black will be trying to be solid. Alright. So let's see. G5. I think we should get the knight on e2 next. This would be normal, and then c4 a continuation, so let's go. By the way, just for you to understand the time controls. In, let's say, classical game, if we take, let's say, FIDE master, so a good player, 2300 elo. For a FIDE master to make a draw against, let's say, grandmaster of 2600, in a classical chess, it's possible. To do it in a rapid chess, your chances already are getting super small. To do it in a blitz chess game, again, it depends what kind of 2300 you are in GM, because you might be much younger. But let's say in a rapid game, usually the stronger player has a bigger advantage than in classical chess, just for you to understand that. So it is not reversed. Many people don't understand that. Should we take and go for the g5 pawn, or should we play the move c4 immediately? I like the move c4. The knights will be here out of the game, so yeah. So let's see what is gonna happen next. Knight on c8, and we have to put the queen somewhere. I think to put the queen on d2 is making sense, because we are attacking the pawn on g5. I see there is a question about the seminar. Let me post it. Naiditsch, just a second. I will be posting it now here in the chat. Here, this is a link to the seminar. You can check it out. It's gonna be informative and it's gonna be funny. So in case you're a little bit more serious about getting to the next level, join the seminar. I think you will get quite good concepts, and you'll get, of course, the honest opinion of how to get better, because this is a problem that a lot of advice is just garbage. And this is also why many players are not getting better. If it would be easy to get better, why are most of the players not good? So this is a thing that to get better is not easy, and to get better you need the right mental approach. You need to be very objective. So just to repeat something what other people say is not helping you to get better, because most of the people are never getting better. So you have to think about it. What is the difference? What is the difference? Why most of the people are not good? What are they missing? Rook on d1, of course, I'm defending the pawn on d4. Still, the pawn on g5 is under attack. Now we are attacking the pawn once again, and you see that black's position is just falling apart. The e6 pawn is targeted. Next, we have all the beautiful pieces here, and we have the simple knight on c5, double attack. So chess is a game of double attack. I like to repeat it again and again. In case we have these options of double attack, usually we're able to win something. Bishop on g2, so beautiful. All the white pieces are perfectly positioned. It seems like we did nothing special, but we are doing much better. So yeah. So and there is another thing that many people are believing, that blitz, rapid, online, etc. is completely different. Just look who are the best players in blitz, in classical, in rapid, over the board, and online. These are always the same guys. Do you see somebody with, let's say, 2400 elos, or do you ever see international masters scoring very well in the online top events? Of course not. Of course not. So you, again, it's always the same. Always the same guys. The best guys in classic are the best guys in blitz, are the best guys in rapid. So you should think about it. Why is it so? There is something behind it, no? Rook on f7. He is defending the pawn on b7, but okay, we can take the pawn on e6 now. Just a free pawn, why not to take it? Next, we can support the knight by playing the move d5 or the move rook on e1. So the position of white is almost winning here. Of course, the game goes on, but the position is a win. And again, take a look against who we play now. We play at 2400 and quite a good player probably, but we are quite easily outplaying the guy, and the last game we played against this 2280 who completely crushed us. Does it make sense? Always we should stay logical. Does it make sense that we play now a way better player and we have usually decent games? He made a couple of mistakes, which is normal, because this is only, let's say, 2000, 2100 ELO player. He is a good player, but he is a club level player, so this is not a professional chess player. D6 is coming next. Knight under attack. He wants to sacrifice us, but of course, why not to take, because we can simply take on D5. D7 is coming next. We have this monster knight on E6. He takes a pawn on A2. This is looking like a desperation. So D7, yeah, he just resigns. He just resigns, offer us a rematch. Of course we play it. Why not? Why not to play a rematch? G3, first move. Okay, let's go D5. Let's go E5. Let's take the center and the move C4. It's gonna be an interesting game. D4, let's take the center. So we're gonna have this kind of central play here with black. We have different setups in this position. Let's try to play the move H5. It's funny because we want to play the move H4. Now actually H5 is not a bad play, so usually it's not the best, but this time it is actually not so bad. Next is usually the move F6, so we have this monster pawn structure here. E3, perfectly correct play by white. White is trying to expose. The thing is that I have now this check on B4, so yeah. This is nasty. Bishop on B4. Let me read the chat for a second. A lot of comments. I cannot read so much. All right. So, king on F1. Wow. He is trying to keep his king on E1. It makes sense because he likes to play this A3 and B4 with a tempo, but on the other hand, to have the king on F1, this is not a pleasure. This is not a pleasure. So we can just take on E3. I think we are doing fine. We can also go knight on C6. I understand that he wants to play this A3, B4, but still it looks quite nice for black in my view. So should we take, or maybe even C5 is not looking bad. He's gonna play this A3, B4. Of course, he's going to push on us, but king on F1. With a king on F1, I'm not very scared. I like this move C5. I might be completely wrong, but this looks nice. So in case we can keep this structure here, we will be doing much better. So you will see what is the idea of the move C5. I don't know if this is the best or maybe it is just a mistake, but let's see. I have an idea. B4, my idea is to play the move bishop on C7. So look at this trick here. Look at the trick of bishop on C7. How do you like it? Let me know. Let me know how you like the trick with bishop C7. We are giving up the pawn on C5 to play the move knight on C6. Now after taking, we will be taking with the C pawn. All right. Let's see what happens next. We are doing, I think, better because of the king on F1. I really don't like the king on F1. I think it gives black a great play. Next, we should get out with a knight, maybe on C6, bishop on G4, theoretically. Yeah, the bishop is going to be nicely positioned there. First, maybe knight on E7, because why not? Why not to play the move knight on E7? Next, we're going to short castle, and then we're going to attack. White is having an interesting play, but usually with the move king F1, to get the rook into the game is going to take you at least 2 more moves. White is putting the knight on E4. This is a good play. Of course, knight on E4 is looking logical. I understand the idea of our opponent, but we castled short side, so maybe he's gonna go crazy with something like knight on G5, but I don't believe in this attacks, because king on F1, how to attack when you have the king on F1, it usually doesn't work. And yeah, next we will see if we can get active or we proceed with positional play. We have the beautiful structure, so this might be a serious advantage. So, In case so far you are enjoying our stream, push the like button. We are currently only on 71 likes. That's not much. Don't be greedy with the like button, and of course, in case you see value, like and subscribe. We are having here daily streams. We have a nice members only section, so I'm always uploading there, slowly uploading the videos. These are educational videos, so purely educational videos to 100% educational, nothing more than educational. So I hope that over a year we're gonna be uploading hundreds and hundreds of these educational videos, so it's gonna be nice for you guys. You can learn a couple of cool things. Pawn on h5 is under attack. I think he's planning something like g4, but this is looking a little bit strange to play the move g4. I'm not sure if this is a great idea. We have bishop here, like an easy answer, attacking the pawn on d3. But I think we should play the move g6. Just maybe first to play queen on e8 is making sense. So I'm waiting for the guy to play bishop f3, because we have bishop, for example, h3. Like an example, so he will be able, he will need to play with the king on g1, and I don't know. I don't believe in things like that. I think also g6. Why not g6? We can also go queen on g6, attacking the pawn, but then there is knight on e4, so g6. Let's go g6. g6 is looking good. In case you have some questions, you might ask your questions in the chat, so don't be shy. We have a very strong chat here on the channel, very many good chess players, so just don't be shy, ask whatever you think bothers you chess-wise. Maybe we have somebody in the chat to give you an exact answer, and sometimes if I see your question, I will be answering your question, but it's difficult to play and simultaneously answering, so I try to manage it, but it's not easy. Now we have the move g4, there is gh coming. We can even let it happen, but I think we can just take. I don't think this is a dangerous attack here. It feels very safe. We have the move f5 and e4 next, so even it's gonna be black starting the attack. But first, I think it's good to take on g4. I think he's gonna take with a knight. We're gonna go f5. This is looking very good for black. So I will be taking on g4 first, because I don't understand what is his plan. It was not a must play. Bishop takes g4. I could have gone knight c6 or... but why not to change the bishop? And then we have this f5 play in case we need it. For the moment, h5, g5, so we don't need even to play the move f5. We can play something else. Endgames are super good for black. We should get our pieces into the game. So knight on d7, knight on c6 looks normal. We have the f5 push here, which is also looking normal, but I think why not to play knight on d7? It feels so safe, because after h5 we have the move g5 and there is no attack. And the king on f1 is not in the greatest position ever. Still, we keep in mind that we have the massive idea of playing f5 followed by e4 somewhere. We have to wait for the right moment to play this f5, so we have to be patient first. And then we're gonna play it, and once it works, it's gonna be game over for white. So first patience, and then we see how the game is going to develop. I would like maybe to put my king to h8 actually. Queen on e6. Is this check dangerous? I don't understand very much the idea of our opponent. Maybe there is something, but if I just go away, what is gonna happen next? Is there something ultra tricky that I'm missing? I don't know what it is, so I think we can even go like king on h8 with idea f5, rook f6, trying to trap the queen. Usually very hard to trap a queen. I'm not sure it's gonna work, but it can. Also, we have king on g7 followed by f5 and rook on f6. So what should be the next? Maybe king h7 feels the safest, even though there is some kind of h5 play. So where to put the king? What is the best? What is the best? Hard to say. Hard to say where the king is doing best. Maybe king on g7 feels a bit strange to play it, but maybe we can catch the queen. I'm not 100% sure in that, but maybe. Also, we can go rook h8 in case we need it, so it feels a little bit strange to put the king on g7, but maybe it is just a good play. King on g7 is doing well currently. He goes knight a4. Okay, this is not dangerous because I thought he's gonna play something else, but knight on e4, he lets me play the move f5, and maybe he wants to push h5, but we're gonna take. I don't believe that there is a checkmate. This would be very, very strange to get checkmated. The king is here on f1, so it doesn't look like a checkmate. So we have the move f5. He wants to play probably the move knight on d6. We're gonna take, and then can we catch the queen? Maybe we can. Also, we have the move knight on f5, which is giving to black excellent play in my view here. But maybe we can try to win the game on the spot, so why not try it? Let's go f5, the knight is out of the game. And we would like to take the knight, we would like to play this rook on f6. So in case there is no tactic here, then black is just winning. And we have a lot of defenders, we have so many defenders to give a checkmate. In this position, it feels like there is no checkmate. Of course, again, all of that is just perhaps and maybe. Knight on d6. Alright, this is what we've been expecting, that he would like to change, so we are changing. And the question is, can we trap the queen? We still have this idea of rook on f6. Looks good. Let's play the move rook on f6, or maybe we can play also something else, but this rook f6 is looking good. It would be crazy if we cannot trap the queen here. Queen is alone. Queen is very, very alone, but how can we trap it? Can we trap the queen? We can go like this, but this is not winning. Can we trap the queen? Cool. We cannot. We cannot trap the queen. This is sad news here, because it looks like maybe we should be able somehow... Oh, we have this one. This is a nice play, because this we have knight on d5. This is maybe winning a queen, if I'm correct. Am I correct? Is it winning the queen? I don't see a defense. So finally we find a way to trap the queen. Because I thought, how is it possible? We have like all our pieces here. And just... the lonely queen, but to trap a queen is so hard, so difficult in most of the cases. Now maybe we are lucky that we are able to trap the queen. And by the way, I play chess live, that I see you now in the chat. Would you like to play a chess game? Because I'm always playing against one of our active members here of the community of VChess. I play chess live. Let me know if you're here. And then let's play a 10-minute unrated game. Avocado also here with us. Avocado, how are you doing? Is it now a win for black? Take a look at that. Yes, we are trapping. We managed to trap the queen, even though it was not easy, but now we are. So we have the move knight on d5, and it is a resignation in my opinion, because there is nothing white can do here. Knight on d5, the queen is gone. That's it, that's it. And with the queen, of course, the game is also gone. So now we are taking the pawn on c7. We have the queen up position. It is completely winning for black. In case I will be making no major mistakes here, the game is over. So we have to be cautious, of course. There might be a couple of tricks, but let's take first on c7. Cannot be a bad play to take the pawn on c7. It is, of course, a completely winning position now for black. So our guy, he got a little bit too greedy, because it would have been better for him to be more cautious, of course. Now we have the spin here, but that's all right. We have the move e4 somewhere. We have the move f4 somewhere. Maybe f4 is making sense, because I'm blocking the bishop. The bishop is gonna be forever standing in this passive way. The next we should activate the queen, and after that it is just a game over. We can do that maybe by playing queen on h8, for example, so we take the pawn. If I do not make a blunder, the game is over, so... Let's see, of course. Chess is chess. In chess, everything can happen, and we saw so often in chess crazy stuff going on, but here all we need to do is to activate the queen. After that, that's it. We have also the move e4, by the way. E4, yeah, why not? E4 is looking good. The queen will be getting very active, so active queen, game over. All we need is an active queen next, and it's gonna be just a game over. We don't have I Play Chess Live. No, I Play Chess Live is gone in the wrong moment. He usually likes to play the game. I Play Chess Live, not with us. Alright. Okay, then. Who do we have next on the list? Next on the list we have Iribor. Iribor, are you here? Let me know, Iribor, if you are here. And of course, if you are, what was your account name? I remember that Iribor is a very good chess player. Strong chess player. Bishop on d2 being played, so queen on h8 as we planned. By the way, I didn't see that he played a move. I should have played way faster. I've been reading the chat. Okay, now we have no time for reading. Now I will be playing quickly. I will be playing very quickly. And next, what should I do here? How to play quickly. Okay, let's get the queen here. No, I'm playing so bad. Such a bad play by me in completely winning position. Such a poor play. What a disaster. Now we should go with what to play here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's open the position because I just don't have time. I have no time to think. If I would have a little bit more time, I would do something else, but now I just don't have time to think at all, so let's go here. Is it a checkmate? I must play very quickly. King goes here, there are no checks. And is it a checkmate? Because once rook and queen, of course, are getting active, that's a game over. So now we are very active, but I've been reading the chat and made this horrible move. But yeah, chess is a game of focus. I think it is a checkmate because I don't see a defense from now the move queen on c4. I Play Chess Live is saying good night. Yeah, good night. So, Iribor, are we playing the game or not? I don't see a comment. Let me read. I Play Chess Live is sleeping. Okay, good night. Good night. King is getting back. We have the check here. We are, of course, completely winning now, but we have to finish the game. How do we do that? By playing, I think, rook on b2 is game over. Is it game over because we have the check here? But what a move. Why do I play this move? Also very bad play by me. I could have won the game way easier, but I think it is good enough to win the game. But so we have the check. The knight has to go back. We take here the pawn. Yeah, it is, of course, completely winning position for black, but so little time on the clock. This is the issue. Let's see if it is enough time to win the game. I should have played somehow something else here, of course. Okay, let's take. We are completely winning, but the time is not on our side. What did I do again? I don't see how to defend the pawn. No, but this is terrible. What a terrible play by me. Just unbelievably bad. I couldn't find a way to defend the pawn. Suddenly, okay, still it is a winning position, but I think we're gonna lose because I am so slow. Let's see if we have a chance here, or I will be losing this game. Now let's get maybe some extra material if we're lucky. He plays this move. Okay, now we're gonna take. Luckily, he's also very, very slow, so we are like two old people playing. Both very, very slow. He is even slower than me. So yeah, we are winning. But yeah, this was not a masterpiece in the last moves of the game. I could have done it way, way better. Okay, so now we go against Erebor. Let's go. I see your account name, I think, is Vanadu451, if I remember correctly. Is it correct? Erebor, just let me know if it is correct. Yeah, Vanadu. Okay, we are correct. We are ready to go. And let's go against Erebor. A very, very strong community member. One, I think, of our top chess players here of the community. Let's go. Good luck to Erebor in the chat, of course. Support Erebor. Last time I played, I think, a very, very nice game against Erebor. Of course, this was coincidence, but it was a great game. Let's see how Erebor is gonna do now. Now we have the Bishop f5 setup against the ready setup. It's good. Nothing wrong with the move Bishop on f5. When I was younger, I liked this setup very, very much for black, so I've been playing it myself quite a lot. This is not a bad setup. So knight on c3, it's like we play the King's Indian reversed. This is going to be a very interesting game. Let's see what happens next. If Erebor is gonna lose the time to play the move h6, or we're gonna get the knight h4 idea for white. Ooh, the move c5 is dangerous. Strange move order, so I think black has to be cautious. This is a strange move order. We have the e4 play. Sometimes, maybe even immediately the move e4 might be working. This is a very, very dangerous move order for black, so I would not advise you to choose this move order because a lot of tricky stuff can happen. Maybe knight on h4, so I'm going immediately for the bishop on f5. And of course, after c5, the long diagonal will be weaker. So bishop on g6, almost a must play. Next, I'm playing the move e4 because there is no rush with the move knight takes g6. This is not running away from us, most probably. e4, I'm trying to open the long diagonal, and this is the issue. This is a very, very serious issue with the move c5. In case the pawn is there on c7, you have the move c6, and things are fine. But with a pawn on c5, this can be very, very tricky. This is the idea. So, let's see. And I see a comment in the chat. Sir didn't accept mine 5 times in a row. Okay, I think first step would be to become a member. No, what do you think about it? What do you think about becoming a member, like step number 1, and then we see what is gonna be the step number 2. Erebor is taking on e4. This is good. This is normal, but the question is again, is it enough to be equal in this position? Because we are getting the bishop, and we have 2 different options here with white. First, get the bishop, play knight takes e4. We have the beautiful bishop, so it might be slightly better for white. Or to play d takes e4, which is also slightly better for white. So we have like a double option. Personally, I like this knight takes g6. I think it is the safest way of getting some small advantage here with the white pieces. So knight takes e4. We have the beautiful bishop. So bishop pair on the board. And yeah, It gives to white some small advantage. After not a very aggressive opening, I think to have even a small advantage is already something positive. I think it is like step-by-step guide. Don't expect to be very good immediately after the opening. Expect to have maybe somewhere some slight advantage and try to make use out of it. I think this is a correct strategy. Now we have the move knight on c6. Interesting play by Erebor. Not a bad play at all, because we have the option, of course, to take on c6. The pawn structure is going to be horrible. But on the other hand, is it enough for white to be better? Maybe a little bit better, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should give my bishop. So nice play by Erebor. Makes sense, makes sense. The other move is a move bishop on e3, or we can take and bishop on e3. So I think I'm gonna take. Bishop takes, because anyway, one way or another, black would take the knight. This changes nothing, so we have to take on f6. Let's see if we have the move gf or bishop f6. Except this move c5. For the moment, Erebor is playing a great game. Bishop on e3. We are attacking the pawn on c5, so I use the moment that I can attack. Bishop takes b2 is not looking very good because we have the move rook on b1, b7, pawn is going to fall. Can white do much better in this position? Obviously not. We are playing for a small advantage because of the bishop pair. It is very, very small. It is like long-term boring game where white is having the bishop pair and black is also doing like very, very solid, but black has to defend. Queen on d6, we have the move c3, blocking the bishop on f6. This is normal. We should not worry about, for example, rook on d8, because we have always this queen on a4. That gives us quite a good play. So d3, in theory, it is a weakness, but in practice, pawn on d3 is not weak at all. So, all right. Short castle. Good play by Erebor. Because in case I go now queen a4, I don't think it's gonna bring me much here. Even queen takes d3 might be possible to play for black. On the other hand, maybe queen a4 followed by the move rook on d1. On the other hand, there is this knight on e5 coming somewhere. So we can play the move queen a4. That's fine, I think. I just don't know what happens in case of queen takes d3. We play rook on d1, queen on e2, but this might be better for white, yeah? Might be better, yeah. Okay, we can go with the move queen a4, because I wanted to go just queen on e2, a very calm way, but maybe with queen a4 we're gonna gain a little bit of time. So queen a4 is possible. Next, I will be just defending here the pawn on d3 with the rook. So yeah, I will be playing a rook f or a. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna play rook a. And the idea is, because we have the bishop pair, I will be playing a little bit here on the king side, and simultaneously I will be checking on the structure of black. The move a6 is possible, but the question is, can I somehow get to the c5 pawn immediately, because there is b5 coming. b5 not very dangerous, but still, why not to avoid the move b5 for a little while? On the other hand, maybe it makes no sense. Maybe there is actually queen on a3. Ooh, this is nice, because we have here the pin. There is basically only bishop on e7 next, so we are doing slightly better here with the white pieces, to my understanding. But of course, let's see how the game will be proceeding. The idea b5, b4 is a good idea. Black should definitely try to make it happen. Maybe first queen on c4. Is it possible to play it? Maybe. Let's go queen c4, because I would like to check how actually black wants to defend the pawn on c5, and then let's see what happens next. All right. So, queen on c4. c5 is under attack. We still keep the bishop pairs. In theory, we can play the move a4, not to allow this b5 to happen, but I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. Knight is going to e5, and I think we have this queen on f4 or queen on e4. Idea remains the same, d4, and to have the strong bishop. So, I don't know, just if we should provoke the move g5. Is it good for white or black that the g5 move is on the board? I don't know. So I will be playing maybe also this queen on b3 is looking not bad at all, because we are attacking the pawn. And actually, we would like to play the move d4 next, but then there is this knight on g4. Okay, way too complex. I think I'm gonna put my queen now on e4. Looks more safe. Queen on b3, a little bit more complex. So, at the moment, we would like to push the move d4, I think. We would like to play bishop on f4 somewhere. There is still this move g5 that is saving black at the moment, but black is under a little bit of pressure all the time by not having the bishop pair. So, Erebor is playing a good game, just he is being under pressure. That makes the game not simple. Knight on c6, good play, I like it, because he doesn't allow us to play the move d4. Makes perfect sense. We are playing the move h4, of course. And the idea of h4, you will see, we have an extra idea. Now, we are not only preparing the move d4, that could be played at any moment. We will be playing also this. Take a look at this idea. I don't know if I should do it immediately, by the way, because also d4 is looking nice, because we're gonna play d4, d5. This is for sure better for white. On the other hand, there is no rush with it at all, so I don't know if I should play the move d4. It looks like a better position, but should we really play it? I don't know. Let's go first with the move rook. Maybe here he's gonna play b4. We will be putting the queen here. How is the position? We have also this bishop on f4 first to attack, and then we see what happens next. We have also this g4, g5 positional way of advancing, which is also looking not bad. So let's go with the move g4, I think. So the idea, because I wanted to let you know what is the main idea here for white. The main idea here for white is to play, let's say, g5, then we get bishop on f3, king on g2, and rook on h1. Once we have the rook on h1, we will be playing the move h5, and it is going to be a game over. So, Erebor is fighting very well at the moment, because, yeah, slightly worse position after the opening, and after that a great fight by Erebor. g4 is, of course, not very pleasant, because we play the move g5. So g5 on the board. Black is under pressure, but Erebor is fighting. Yeah, great fight. What can I say? Somewhere we are getting ready to play the move d4 or this slow play, bishop f3. Ooh, nice idea. Here, bishop c7. I like it. This is a great idea by black, but c5 pawn will be under attack, and also the move d4 is possible now, so I don't know if this is working for black. Let's see, of course, how the game is gonna be developing. We have the move bishop f4. What should we play here with white? I feel that this idea d4 is just now very strong, so not 100%, of course, but it feels so good to play the move d4. How to save this position with the black pieces? d5 is coming next. In case there is no defense against d5, black will be doing really on the limit already. d4, let's see. In case of bishop on c7, we have two options. We have the option of f4 or rook on e1. But nice idea by Erebor to play bishop d8, bishop c7, yeah. Very good game. Very good game by Erebor. Still under pressure. Black is under pressure. Let's see what happens next. How to defend against the position of d5 next. This is a difficult task. d5 is coming next. Black has to find something against it. If there is no defense against d5, that's it. White will be doing just much better. It's gonna be a much better position for white. Bishops are getting powerful here. So let's see. Let's see what happens next. I think I can play the move d5 if I'm correct. Or what is the idea here for black? I don't see it. The idea is to take with the pawn. Can this be working? Wow. This is working. Amazing. This is amazing if this works. Okay, let's try it out because it feels a little bit strange that this position is actually okay for black. Let's see, of course, what is gonna happen next, but it feels so dangerous for black, but maybe everything is fine for black here. But it would be quite surprising because so many things are under attack. In theory, ED probably is a must play, but then we have always this a3, d5 is falling. The crazy thing is that after ED, I don't think we can play the move queen e8. Oh, wrong arrow. So, again wrong. What is this? Let's remove them. So, ED, check. King here. In case I take the rooks, there is this bishop on c7. Bishop c7 played immediately, of course, making also a lot of sense. Now I have to choose. Should I go with the move rook on e1, which is normal? Or should I play the move f4? Of course, the pawn is going to fall, but that's alright. I think I'm gonna play the move rook on e1 because I don't feel that this position can be okay for black. It looks so dangerous, so we'll play queen on g4. Next move is gonna be the move a3. The rook is under attack. And the rook is under attack. A lot of pieces under attack here for black, so maybe this position is fine for black, but it feels very dangerous. Rook is going there, yeah. Now the idea is knight on c2, because I saw that this is just a win, but it is not. I thought first I am just winning, but at the moment we are not winning. Queen on h2 is still dangerous, and this knight on c2 actually quite unpleasant. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused because it seems like we are winning, but I don't see how. Maybe bishop on d2. Okay, this is looking a little bit too tricky. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm doing. I just couldn't find some decent move to play. Yeah, but this is horrible play, by the way. What a stupid move I did. Bishop on d2 is so bad, yeah. What a terrible play by me. Why did I play bishop on d2? Makes no sense. Okay, let's go. Rook on d2. Still, I think white is doing fine, but this was just a terrible play. We had such a good position. Now it is probably approximately equal, I would say. How is it? No tactics works for white in this position. How is it possible that I can do nothing tactically? This is incredible. Okay, I have to play. I don't know where to put the rook even. But this is so weird because everything is hanging for black, but there is like no tactics working for white. So strange. Because this queen on h2 is never dangerous, so this is fine, but how is it possible that so many tricks and nothing works? I don't know. Okay, let's go here with the move, I think. Okay, let's go first. We're gonna take. This check is not dangerous, so this is fine. We don't care much about the check. If we can get the pawn on d5, or maybe we are winning also with a move queen on d4. So the bishop pair is just so powerful. Euribor just goes back, the trouble starts. Bishop pair is always so powerful, and this is game over. d5 pawn is falling, the rook is falling. Okay, good game by Euribor. Euribor was doing better at some moment, of course. but it was so weird that no tactics worked for white, like 0 tactics worked. It seemed like bishop pair. Usually you have always some tactical stuff that is going on there, but no tactics been working. And yeah, now we are checkmating here with the move bishop on e4 and rook on h8 next. So quite lucky to win the game, but it was a very, very good defense by Iribor. I think here I made a mistake because this was all right. I think white is just doing better. It would be more... Okay, this d4 d4 play, this is normal because I thought it is just a game over, but maybe I made a mistake. I should have gone first rook on e1, not to allow the tricks. And this position is remaining very, very unpleasant for black because we have the bishop pair. We would like to play the move d4, and simultaneously we would like to play bishop f3, king on g2, and rook on h1. So yeah, this would have been much, much better play by me. Instead, I played this move d4, and I thought it is just a win. But Iribor plays very, very good move. Bishop on c7 first, so rook e1, maybe I should go f4. It's still, of course, white is out of risk, but this is maybe not better. ed and rook a8, everything holds, because it feels that white should be somehow crushing here. But hanging, everything is hanging. I have the option of a3, winning the pawn on d5, but it is just not working. This is incredible that this position is maybe good for black. So weird, because so many pieces are under attack, so usually this move, of course, is horrible. So bishop d2 is a horrible play by me, but yeah, very interesting that white is not doing better in this position. Feels strange. Usually when you have this kind of bishops, at some moment something falls apart by black. This is why I played the move d4, but this was a mistake. I should have gone first rook on e1 and continue playing this plus equal position. Very pleasant. So yeah, this was not good play by me to play the move d4, but it felt good. So sometimes this is what is happening. If you have a good feeling, you just play a move. But yeah, but Iribor in don't play the move c5 and give the bishop, so this you should never play. In case you want to give the bishop, you should give it by playing c6, for example, so this is fine for black. But don't play the move c5 in connection with giving the bishop, so better hide the bishop like h6. So don't give the bishop, then the move c5 is much, much better. In case you give the bishop and you play c5, then you see what happens in the game. You're just suffering in a slightly worse position. So this is like plus equal and no counterplay for black, which makes the game basically for 2 results, or you hold or you lose, and this is always unpleasant to play position with no counterplay. All right, anyway, very, very good game by Iribor. Excellent play. Good. How many likes do we have so far? We crossed 100 likes, 111 actually currently. Funny number, funny number. All right, that's it from today's stream. I will be back in the evening, approximately 10 p.m. Dubai time. I hope you enjoyed the current stream. We checked a lot of different positions. We checked a couple of cool ideas. You can maybe try to remember a couple of the things that we've been talking about here on the channel. Thank you very much for being with us on the channel, for being active. And we have a great community here on the channel. Also many strong chess players. So very, very good. With this set, I wish you all a great Saturday. Let's enjoy it, and let's be back today evening with the next stream. Thank you and have a great day.